Welcome! Today I'm cutting the bits I need to make a twin-size shooting star quilt. I'm making 35 blocks total. To create this, I need 283-inch white squares, 140 3 by 5.5-inch rectangles. I'm cutting 3-inch strips for the additional bits as well. For the full look at planning and layout, please see the last video. I am starting with the 3-inch strips of fabric. Fabric comes folded right off the bolt, and I have 2 widths of fabric layered together, matched up right at the fold. And before I cut my strips, I'm going to square up the bottom edge. So I need to cut this at 3 inches. 1, 2, 3. Line that right up on the line. There we go. And then I'm going to cut these down into 3-inch squares from there. And I'm going to keep cutting until I have 280. Switching blades. I have a system. I get all of the blade out of my blades. So I use Guggenhein blades. And this is not a paid endorsement, but if you're watching Guggenhein, just know that this is what my blade of choice. So first things first, I use this one really hard when making a skirt, and I wore this thing out, so it definitely is time to replace this. This is my not nice blade, what I use for flannel, polar fleece, basically anything other than my very nice quilting cotton. And so this blade is done. It already made it through here and transferred over to here. Get all the blade out of your blade. That one is done. And for what do you do with your blades? They're wicked sharp. This one's going in the garbage. I'm being very, very, very careful. No first responders today. That is one of my life rules. So I'm going to take this. This is a scrap of fabric that I don't care about. I don't want sharps in my trash. Take this, wrap this up, and this is ready to throw away. Tie that up really well. Garbage. Okay, this is my favorite rotary cutter. I'm going to pull this down, drop my blade, and then this blade goes on here. So this blade still has some life in it. I do have one of these blade savers that you use for chain cutting, but I mean it takes a million years for that to wear out. And by the time it's been through here, it's done. I mean, it's done. So we're gonna just put this back on. And that's ready to go. Okay. This can get hung back up. These get linty. So I like to take a scrap fabric, clean that out a bit. Clean some of this lint out. That helps extend the life. So keeping your blades sharp, this is one of the life lessons I've learned, is if you let your blade get too dull, you're digging into your mat, and you'll actually extend the life of your cutting mats, which are exponentially more expensive than the blades. So a great way to extend your mat life is to keep your blades sharp. Watch for sales, because they do like a buy one get one free, buy one get one half off. Now remember, these are wicked, wicked sharp. No first responders today. Make sure I only have one. Line that up. Close that, and ta-da! That is ready to go. Thank you for Guggenhein, not sponsored by Guggenhein. Oh my gosh, so much better. Happy new blade day to me! So I have all of my white pieces cut, with the exception of some white strips. I'm going to need to cut a couple more, but I'm going to cut those as I go. But all of the 280 white squares are cut. Woohoo! So next, I get to start working with the fun colors. The boring white stuff is cut. Now I get to start working with the fun. So I'm going to start with a 6-pack of a curated fat quarter bundle. And I'm going with these really muted beiges, browns, and blues and teals. Long edge, I get 10 inches left over, and I need 2 5.5 inches, so that's not going to fit. So I'm going to go along the short edge. Oh, and by the way, look it. So I have a couple of extra strips, but this is 280, 28 piles of 10, 3-inch squares. Put that away. And now I'm going to start cutting 3 inches. Am I gonna get 3 inches out of this? Ah! So close! Darn it, darn it, darn it. So close. You offend me. Okay, so let's see. 6 strips here. I am interrupting this broadcast to clarify why I will need a 12-inch strip. For this unit, I need a 3-inch white and 3-inch colored square. Spoiler alert! I'll be piecing these together in strips rather than in individual pieces. Since there are 4 of these units per block, times 3, I'm cutting a 12-inch strip because 4 times 3 is 12. I need 12 inches. I'm going to go be a little generous here. Give me a little wiggle room. And then I need 5.5. So here's my 5.5. So I'm going to go 12.25, and then I'll have a little more than 5.5. So here's enough to do 2 blocks. And then here's half a block. This is 3 blocks. So I can easily get 3 blocks per fat quarter. I'm probably going to need some more white strips. But here are my white squares, my 280 white 3-inch squares. Here's some of my color fabrics. It'll be a little bit scrappy, but not too scrappy. It'll be very blue and brown.